Many were surprised today to find out that a tornado came through the area early this morning, leaving behind a mess in Oregon. Good evening, I'm Sean Hegarty. Laura Emerson has the night off. Here's the news for Wednesday, April 20th. It wasn't very big on the tornado scale, but trees were snapped in half and at least a dozen homes were torn apart. Fox Toledo Shreya Davis is live in Oregon with a look at some of that damage.
Yeah, when we talk about tornadoes, we usually think about what happened in Lake Township less than a year ago. But if you take a look at the corner, you see that this 11,000-pound camper flipped on its side, puncturing the house right next door. Now, Craig, if you can come over here and take a look at what I thought was the actual kitchen area, but I was told that this is the actual living room. But I see dishes, pots and pans, and pumpkin seeds. So you can see that this was a big mess. Now, if we take a look at some of this other footage, you can see what actually happened to this camper. Now, this was only a small tornado that passed through Oregon around midnight. The National Weather Service says the wind gust was about 65 to 85 miles per hour. There was other damage down Grizel and Sugarbush roads, but what frightened most residents was they didn't get any warning.
Got a lot of thunder, and I've got a dog that gets excited, and I had her on the chair next to me just talking to her, and about 12:30, give or take a few minutes, sitting in a chair right here reading, and all of a sudden it's whoo, 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 whoo. And it got pretty loud. I could feel air coming right through the windows from the west to the east, and it was enough to get your attention.
Now, according to Oregon police, there was no injuries, just a lot of concerned phone calls. Now, coming up tonight at 10, we'll check out some other areas damaged by last night's storm, and we'll also tell you why there wasn't a warning for residents. But for right now, reporting in Oregon, Shreya Davis, Fox Toledo News.
That Oregon tornado was confirmed as an EF-0 tornado. EF is the Enhanced Fugitive Scale, which has been changed recently. It used to be just the Fugitive Scale, but back in 2007 they changed that, which basically classifies the damage associated with that particular number. The winds for this particular storm were in excess of 65 miles per hour. It was 25 yards wide and traveled 3/4 of a mile. And as Shreya showed you, there was considerable damage even from this minor tornado. Outside today, we are mostly cloudy, but as you look back to the west, there are some breakup in those clouds starting to take shape. And we're going to see gradual clearing overnight tonight and the promise of sunshine in your Thursday forecast. Temperatures at this hour are in the lower to middle 40s, 44 in Toledo, 46 the warmest spot in Monroe. But winds continue to be gusty out of the west, and it looks like those winds will stay with us at least in the short-term forecast, but it does appear the winds will subside tomorrow, and as I said, some sunshine in the forecast. We also have some showers and thunderstorms that are going to return to the area on Friday. We're going to talk about as to whether or not those will be severe coming up in your full forecast in just a few minutes.